Hey Writerly Besties, welcome back to the Writing with Anna New podcast where we talk about all things writing. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about my go-to writing process and basically what happens when I just sit down at my desk and start writing, what it looks like on my screen, what sort of timing methods I use, what distractions I try to avoid, what music I listen to. Like, this is everything I do when I do write. And I'm so excited for this episode. So let's go ahead and get into it. However, I just want to quickly say that if you didn't know, I am posting 2 times a week on my podcast starting this year. So I post every Wednesdays and Fridays. So yeah, make sure you guys keep that in mind. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into my go-to writing process. So I write now 2 hours every single morning. That is sort of my goal every single day, to write 2 hours in the morning. And I'm a firm believer it's kind of like in general, my life, I hate having times. I hate like having schedules. So, in terms of like my writing schedule, I just have a general try to write before 12 p.m. in the morning, because I get so stressed if I have to wake up at 6, if I have to be at my desk at 8 a.m. That stresses me out, and I just am all for flexibility, because I actually said in my latest video, if you guys haven't checked that on my channel, that flexibility, no wait, give me a second, no, creativity is not linear, guys. Like, make sure you are flexible with your creativity. Like, it's not going to be the same every single day, okay? Also, sorry if I sound congested. I still kind of have symptoms of COVID, even though I tested negative. I'm still like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but sorry if my voice also deepens. I sound like a man, don't I? Anyways, just by the way. So yes, I write 2 hours in the morning. I used to be very much a mood writer when I started to write, and I would just take on every single project. I'll be writing this project and this project, and I'll be like, oh, I am kind of bored of that. Let me write this. No, that changes now. So since I'm writing 2 hours every single day, I'm actually also, as like a bird's eye view as well, I am, as a plan also with the monthly sort of writing goals, I am having a plotting month and a writing month, and I sort of switch between the two. So this month I am plotting 2 projects, and that's kind of my goal, to plot 2 projects 1 month, and then next month I will write one of those projects. I'll write the manuscript, basically. And I'm so excited to try that sort of schedule, that sort of monthly plan, because I think it will really help me just like kind of punch out the plot and the 0 drafts of my main sort of projects, and then like having a good sort of sound foundation to write on, and spend a whole month just writing that book. So since plotting doesn't take as long, since I'm doing like a 0 draft, it's not as formal, it's not as like hard. I guess it is really hard, but it's not as, not as hard. So that's why I'm taking on 2 projects for 1 month. Who keeps messaging me? Stop it. It's a group chat. I just chucked it on my bed. Okay, yes. So 2 projects, 1 month, and then the next month I'm writing one of those projects. That's the goal as a bird eye view. In terms with, daily, I'm writing every single morning for 2 hours. In terms with like what happens at my desk, I'm going to go into that right now. So what does it look like? I usually write at my desk in my room. It gets extremely hot during midday here in Australia in my room, because our tiled roof is black. We have no insulation and no internal aircon, and I don't even have a ceiling fan. And Australia is known for being kind of really hot in the summer, and I am boiling right now in my room too. So usually, try to write in the mornings, and that's why. But I write at my desk. I have my cute little gaming chair, which is really comfy, and I just have my awesome, beautiful sort of display of my, what's it called, an all-in-one sort of desktop computer. That's really good. So I usually just write here, and I also use my mechanical keyboard, which I love so much. Sometimes I do write downstairs with my mum, or just at like the dinner table, because it kind of gets really hot in the mornings as well. But I usually try to, write at my desk, because it gives me some privacy. In terms with music, what I'm listening to, I usually listen to brown sound and thunder and lightning and sometimes even like a crackling fireplace. They're so good. I love those ambient sort of playlists on YouTube. They make me so happy and just help me focus a lot. Brown sound is amazing. Definitely listen. It'll just like clear your mind a lot. If not, with my particular project, Project Prison, I'm also working on Project CZ as my second project. I'm plotting this month, but Project Prison is very much inspired by a few of Phoebe Bridges' sort of songs. So I listen to Phoebe when I write. I know I listen to her because I just know her songs so much. I love her so much that I don't get distracted by the words, and it works and it inspires my project. So yeah, sometimes I do write to Phoebe Bridges, which is really, really fun. There's this particular playlist. I kind of put it on my Instagram story one night and I was listening to it and I found it and it was like so good. It was like Phoebe Bridges playing in another room while it's raining. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it was like slowed and reverb. I'm like, my golly, I love that playlist. I have it like, booked on my tab and I play it every single time I write. So if you want to listen to Phoebe, listen to Phoebe. She's amazing. Anyways, so yeah, it's kind of like the music I like to listen to, and I do listen to it on my beautiful Bose noise cancelling headphones, which is so, so good. I love them so much because it drowns all my family out. And also I guess if it's raining, it's even better, but I even if it's literally sunny outside, I listen to rain. Like I'm weird like that. I'm weird. I'm just willing the sky to rain. That's why I want to live in Europe, guys. That's why I want to live in Europe. Anyways, yes, that's my music. In terms with what's on my screen, I am a firm believer in not distracting yourself, not split screening. It frustrates me so, so much. So I just usually have my manuscript document, my plotting document there. I do have a planning document, and sometimes if I really need to go back to it, I will. But I've been starting to write in my physical sort of planning book, which I had for a long time and I hadn't really touched. But that's usually where I originate a lot of my ideas and where I also jot down all the plot twists and plot points and like plot problems. And I use that a lot because it helps you not get distracted from my screen. So I also, use a physical book to write my books, which is so, so fun. So I guess that's also a part of the writing process. Lastly, I'm kind of so excited to talk about this as well. This is, sorry, my brain kind of like spazzed out. This is sort of like my writing philosophy sort of thing. My writing philosophy. In terms of like me writing 2 hours a day and trying to write every single day, I'm focusing just on progress, not on word count. I'm a firm believer in not even looking at your word count because it's very like sometimes very addicting and sometimes disappointing when you write. Literally the other day, I'm like, wow, I'm having so much fun. Like, I feel like I've written so much today. And I looked at my word count, it was like 800 words. I felt like I wrote 3,000. That's how much I felt like I made progress. And just like looking at the word count made me so sad. So I guess as a philosophy in writing in general is just focusing on the art itself, not so much on the analytics, on even how long you write. Even my 2 hours, sometimes I write for 1.5, sometimes I write for 2.5 or 3. Like it's just a general guide. I'm not very much into scheduling for 8 a.m. because if I did have to like write at 8 a.m. every single morning, that would stress me out so, so much. As I think I said before, it's like a life sort of thing. I use to-do lists. I never schedule. I just say, I've done it today, and that's all that matters. I don't care when I do it today. I just have done it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I guess that's kind of like my writing process, my writing philosophy, just focusing on the art, not the word count, not, how much progress you've made in your chapter, how good your scene was, if you even got any good words out, like, just remember you're writing because you love it and it's something that you've dedicated your time to and you should enjoy it and actually have fun doing it. And I know sometimes it is very tedious. It is very, you hate it sometimes. And sometimes I do hate my projects. Sometimes I do hate my writing and even the art of writing. I'm like, this sucks. but it's because I love it so much and I know what potential my stories have. And just like the idea of improving my writing makes me so excited. So, yeah, that's why I turn up every single morning to write for 2 hours straight. But, anyways, thank you so much for listening. I hope this wasn't too much of a jumbled, sort of crazy, chaotic episode. Most of my episodes are, you probably know that by now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for my next episode and next Wednesday, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.